Well, folks, the hypocrisy is finally catching up to one of the left's most beloved icons. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That's right, AOC is back in the headlines, and not because she passed some groundbreaking legislation or helped fix the crisis in her district. No, she's found guilty of ethics violations stemming from that infamous tax the rich dress she flaunted at the Met Gala. You can't make this stuff up. Let's break it all down. AOC broke House ethics rules by accepting free tickets to the glitzy 2021 Met Gala benefit in New York City and a designer gown emblazoned with "Tax the Rich" in red letters, a panel said Friday. The House Ethics Committee released a report Friday saying an investigation determined that the New York Democrat and squad members had flouted its rules by accepting the gratuities and ordered her to pay nearly $3,000 in personal funds to resolve the violations without sanctions. That includes $250 to cover the attendance of her fiancé at the 2021 charitable event, Riley Rogers, and an additional $2,733.28 payment to the business that designed her gown. An Ocasio-Cortez spokesperson issued a statement saying the lawmaker accepts the committee's findings and will make the payments to resolve the matter. The Congresswoman appreciates the committee finding that she made efforts to ensure her compliance with House rules and sought to act consistently with her ethical requirements as a member of the House, the statement said. She accepts the ruling and will remedy the remaining amounts, as she's done at each step in this process. House ethics rules prohibit congressional lawmakers from accepting gifts such as a gratuity, favor, discount, entertainment, hospitality, loan, forbearance, or other item having monetary value. The ethics panel said its investigation found that Ocasio-Cortez eventually paid vendors for the rental value of the attire she wore to the event and for the goods and services she and her partner received, but not until after the ethics office contacted her for its review. If it weren't for the review, the ethics panel said, it appears that Rep. Ocasio-Cortez may not have paid for several thousands of dollars worth of goods and services provided to her. You remember the dress, right? Bright white, bold red letters, "Tax the Rich." Worn to the Met Gala, one of the most exclusive, elite, and expensive parties in the world, where tickets go for $35,000 a head. Here's the twist. AOC didn't pay for the ticket. She didn't pay for the dress. She didn't pay for the makeup. She didn't pay for the hair. Nothing. And now, Congress is investigating her for violating House ethics rules regarding gifts and event access. Apparently, even her fiancé scored a free ticket, also a violation according to House rules. Let's just pause and appreciate the irony here. The woman who lectures the rest of us about the evils of capitalism and the greed of the rich is out here cozying up with billionaires, wearing designer dresses, sipping champagne, and not even footing the bill. She's the perfect example of what we call a champagne socialist. All talk about working-class values, but living large on someone else's dime. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, private galas, all while claiming to fight for the everyday American. But wait, it gets better. AOC didn't just accept gifts she wasn't allowed to. She stiffed the makeup artist, over $400 owed to a woman who spent time and travel costs to do AOC's hair and makeup. And how did she respond? She didn't, until the artist threatened to sue her in small claims court. You hear that? The so-called champion of the people couldn't even pay the working-class woman who helped her look glamorous for her night with the elites. How progressive of her. This case is just another glaring example of the two-tiered system of accountability that exists in Washington. If a Republican lawmaker had pulled a stunt like this, the mainstream media would have had wall-to-wall coverage, screaming corruption and demanding resignations. But when it's a darling of the radical left like AOC, it's brushed aside as a misunderstanding or a technicality. AOC should be held accountable, not just by an ethics panel, but by voters who are tired of politicians saying one thing and doing another. Americans deserve leaders who live by the same rules they impose on everyone else, not political celebrities who use socialist slogans as a PR stunt while enjoying the very luxuries they claim to oppose. Here's the thing, this isn't just a personal scandal. It's a microcosm of the entire modern left. They preach equity and fairness, but they live in luxury and privilege. This is why their political coalition is falling apart. Because people are starting to see through the facade. You've got liberal politicians attacking wealth while basking in it. Private security for themselves while demanding you give up your firearms. It's all part of the same hypocrisy. AOC is just playing her part in that game. She's the American Eva Peron. But instead of rising from the people, she's from Westchester, one of the wealthiest counties in New York. Remember when she pretended to be from the Bronx? Yeah, we haven't forgotten. If you want to tax the rich, maybe don't be the rich at an elite party while pretending you're not. Just a thought. That's it for today, folks. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you're tired of the socialist double standards.